Gin card, which is awesome. I think we lead here. No, we check min raise, that was it. We check min raise. So he bet really small on the flop, like 2k into 8, and now he bets big. Still, we have no idea what that means, but we have the nuts, so what we're gonna do, he's gonna bet, I know he's gonna bet. I think he bets like 12, yeah, he bets around the pot size. So we try to like induce him, annoy him by just min raising. Maybe he comes over the top like with marginal hands, like or your flush draws, which are not really marginal, or top pair type hands. And he's definitely not folding because he doesn't like folding. So which is great because we have the nuts. And unfortunately he doesn't shove. Well, we took a long time. I didn't remember that. Not sure the video is lagging. Yeah, it is. And the worst card on the deck comes up. But we have one pot size left, so I said shove it. But maybe in hindsight we could bet maybe smaller to get his entire range to call. Because yeah, he probably doesn't have a 4 ever. Oh, I mean, of course he doesn't have a 4, but he's not gonna call with like top pair. He could have a set and be stubborn and call it off, but he probably ships the set on the turn, so he probably has like a marginal hand. So I think afterwards we probably should have bet smaller on the river and not shove to get his entire range to call, but hey, it's afterwards. I think that's better. So we have 9s, and if Nutrinho 3 bets, we will happily get it in. We already knew that, but this time he just calls, which is pretty gross. And we flop yeah, it's a weird spot because obviously we don't have a club, and he leads here. I think we misread his hand here. I mean, he bets again. Does he bet again with the flush draws, king high flush draws? I think this is just a weird hand because he takes this line, like, yeah, the flush doesn't count. He gives a 4 to a straight, but he thinks about it and bets pot size. So we actually thought he was bluffing here. I mean, what hands does he donk but bet with that likes this river? I mean, maybe the flush draws. I thought the flush draw hit, but I mean all flush draws missed. So we decided to make the hero call, and he completely out leveled us. Oh, he did have the straight. I thought he had the 5, the ace. That's probably another hand. My bad. So he did have the straight. So yeah, I'm confused with another hand here, but yeah, he rivered straight. I don't think we should raise in any point of the hand anyway, so calling flop and turn. Yeah, it's probably just, this is obviously a c-bet. I'll get back to the other hand later. So we're thinking about getting it in on this flop, but it's probably not really good. So, but c-betting is obviously fine. We'll see what happens. We were pretty deep with public. But yeah, Nutrinho bets the pot on the river with his straight. So we will remember that. And I'll replay it, I think. So just a misread there. We were pretty confident that he didn't have a flush, so, and yeah, it's weird for him to have a 6, but you can see he flats the pre-flop with 6-5 offsuit, which is not really horrible, but I mean, he doesn't 3-bet with it, so that gives some information. Maybe he just didn't feel like 3-betting, just random, but I mean, lead. Yeah. So he bets the pot on the river with the nuts, basically, since we never have a flush. So yeah, it's just a bluff catcher, but unfortunately we were wrong at this point. Not much interesting to say about this hand anymore, I think. So, we get a pair. Oh, I think we get 3 bets, so yeah. Nutrinho 3 bets. And we were thinking about calling, but I mean, it's 10 or 12 times the bet, but we also have the initial raiser behind us, so I think this is probably just a fold. We could 4-bet bluff, basically, but again, we know he doesn't like to fold. So that might not be a good idea to bluff in quotation marks. And we steal this pot. We probably don't steal it, but he calls. Yeah, Daponk wants to check, but I said, I mean, you gotta c-bet this pot. If he doesn't have a heart, he just snap folds. Not sure what he does. Oh, we do check. That's gross. So now when the ace comes, we definitely have to bet. I mean, pretty mandatory. I mean, we don't really represent the ace of hearts, but on that note, Paulo, the villain, doesn't have a the ace of hearts in his range like ever. So there's only 2 combinations of any ace, which makes a pair of aces. So I don't think the villain can have much here. So I said definitely bet the river, and we were right. Possibly bluffing with the best hand, but we never know. Again, we steal a big blind. We try to at least. And pretty sure we get 3-bet. We do, but it's a really small 3-bet this time. So yeah, he continuously changes his bet sizing, which is either genius or just giving away tells, but we couldn't pick up much, so we just have to keep guessing. We just see a flop here and think we airball it, so ooh, we hit a pair. And he checks. Alright, do we value bet here? It's hard to get value here, I mean, and the worst card in the deck gets there. And he bets the turn. Now we have to see his bet sizing. Well, because now I remember this hand. Where now he bets 11, yeah. I mean, again, we have a bluff catcher. Oh, we call very quickly here, and he completely levels us and value bets with the ace. So, possibly fold the turn, but yeah, I don't think calling him down is really bad. It seems like he doesn't bluff a lot on the river, actually, like we have seen against us, but we never know. And we have an ace. I mean, everyone except the Nutrinho guy is pretty tight, so we probably should be trying to pick up some pots, but he just keeps getting in our way and probably pretty annoying. this hand we have to fold, I think. Maybe 4-bet it, but so I was talking about 4-betting this hand, and oh, maybe we do. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think we do. I said 4-bet a little smaller, bigger. We'll make it pretty small. I mean, he doesn't fold like ever, so we probably should make it a little bit bigger to discourage him from calling. But what was I saying? You know. And this flop hits his range like boom. So we just try to pick it up with 1-bet. Probably, yeah, not gonna work. He shoves. So nothing we can do. So, oh yeah, wow, that's just amazing. We remember this. We're like, oh my God, aces, please 3-bet us. Please 3-bet us. One time, get it in. But you know what's gonna happen. Crazy man folds. But yeah, about ace-3 hand, yeah, maybe just fold pre-flop or probably 3-bet, 4-bet bigger. But we get the shorty to shove when we have the aces, and he's dead. It's nice. So we're down to 5. Still the guy sitting out. Wow, yeah, lol, aces again. We were like lolling in the chat. Like, wow, how does this happen? So unfortunately the reshove doesn't appear, or appear, happens this time. But yeah, unfortunately. We fold queen deuce, that's perfectly fine. I mean, this could even be a fold, not sure. Yeah, oh, I was saying the slick boy to Daponk's right is sitting out. So that could be interesting. I mean, it's pretty annoying, especially since we deep stack now. The others are also pretty short, like 15 at max big blinds. I instantly said nutrinho has nothing, to be honest, I think when we are talking about this hand. So, what do? We fold. We could consider 3-betting, or whatever it's called, on the flop, because I don't think he has much, to be honest. But, yeah, not sure there. Calling is kind of gross. We have a gut shot, but he's firing like every turn, so you can't really call him a gut shot. And the nit raises, so we fold. Oh, he does have 42% steal, so he could be doing it light, but yeah, not sure. He seems like a competent player, Pavlik. The other guy's also kind of, but just a little bit probably too nitty. So nutrinho is running over everyone. Here we have 9s again. It's pretty ugly to get it in against him, but considering stack sizes. But I mean 9s is such a big hand. What happens? He definitely squeezes. We were like, wow, he has to squeeze here. There's nothing else he can do. He must squeeze.